Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I welcome you to my new amazing tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to make a chatbot using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's get started with our project. So let's try our project. First of all, the user is sending some message, hi. Then in response to that, the chatbot responds that, hello, nice to meet you. Let's try another message, how are you? So I am doing fine. Thank you for asking. What is your name? So you can see that my name is Jarvis and I am chatbot. So you can see that this project we have built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's come to our VS Code. So before that, if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe us. It motivates me to make more videos like this. So let's get started with the HTML file. So here we have created the basic structure of HTML file, doc type HTML and language. So this is the simple structure of the HTML. Title chatbot Becodewala. Then we have a linked our style.css file which you can see here. Then we have linked our font family Poppins for our website. So you can go to the font awesome website and we can copy this icon for the here we have a font awesome for icon and this font family Poppins from this website. And then we have a body tag. In this body tag we have a class container, and in this class container we have another div for the heading let's chat. So here you can see that in the heading we have a top let's chat. So for that we have a div. So we have one more div for the class chat. So in that the chat will be displayed. So you can see that in a div that our chat is displaying. We have an input box and a button. So we have an input box and a button for our chatbot, and we have passed the class and id for each div. Then we have linked our javascript file. So you can see that we have a javascript file here. So before that, come to our css file. So you can style your project in our look and better feel. So for our web page we have a box sizing border box. For body we have a font family Poppins and sans serif. Then we have a beautiful background color code. So you can see that. And then we have a class container. For that class container we have seen before that class container in our HTML file. For that class container we have a width 600 pixel and a margin 50 pixel and auto. Then we have a padding 20 pixel and a border radius 10 pixel. Then we have a beautiful box shadow and background color for our container. So you can see that this beautiful container. And for our title we have a text align center, font size 24 pixel, font weight bold and color of the text. So you can see that this our heading. Now come for our chat class. So for chat class we have a height 400 pixel, overflow y scroll. So when the message will be overflow in our chatbot, so that chat will be scroll on y. So let's try. So you can see that here we have a scroll bar and that will overflow to y axis. Then we have a margin 20 pixel and 0. Then we have a padding 10 pixel. Then we have a border radius and background. So these are the simple css you can apply in your code for better look and feel. If you don't know the css, please learn and then implement for our project. Then we have a class message. So how our message will be displayed, display flex, align item center and margin 10 pixel and 0. Then we have a user class. So justify content flex in. So you can see that whenever the user is messaging, that is the end of this div. So for that we have flex in we have used. Then for the bot we have a flex start. So in starting of this div, here the chatbot response is coming. So for that flex start. Then we have a avatar class. For avatar class we have a width and height for the avatar. So we have a avatar for the bot and user both. So we have a border radius 50% and margin 0 and 10. For the user avatar we have a order 2 and a background image for the avatar and background size cover. So you can see that the bot avatar and this is user avatar. So now come for our avatar bot. So order 1 background image for our avatar and the size background size cover. Then for the text, whenever the user will message the text or the text from the bot, so for that maximum width will be 70% and padding 10 pixel, border radius 10 pixel, font size 16 pixel and the color of the text white. When the user will message, the color background color will be this color code. When the bot will message, the background color will be this color code. So you can see that the both message of the user and the chatbot, the background color is different. So here for the input class we have a position relative width 100%, padding 10 pixel and a border radius outline none and a font size 20 pixel for our input box. And input when we focus, the color of the border will be this and the color of the text will be this. Then for our button class, so we have a send button, right? So for send button we have a position absolute, width 80 pixel and border none, padding 1 pixel, background color of the text and font size, font weight, cursor pointer, margin top, margin left, outline. So these are the simple CSS to place our this send button to this position. So if you know CSS, you can easily do it. It is very simple CSS code. So you can write it to your own. So here we have a button I tag. So we have used before in button we have a use a icon, telegram icon. So you can see that the telegram icon. So for that we have a I tag. So here we have passed this icon. For that icon we have a font size 3 rem. Then when you hover on the button we have a box shadow, and then for the scroll bar width 10 pixel, and for the thumb scroll bar we have a this background color and the border radius 10 pixel. Now come for our JavaScript file. Here is the main logic we are going to build how our chatbot is going to work. So first of all we have created a simple chatbot that responds some predefined answer. So we have defined before only where the answer will respond when the user will message. So we have created a chatbot function. In that we have passed the input. So initially the output will be empty. So and we have input to lowercase. So we have made text transformation for the input to lowercase. Now we have a if logic. If input includes hello, means in the input if include hello, then what it should respond. And when the input or, this is the or tag, and for what include is using in JavaScript. In JavaScript, if somewhat, if you have some paragraph, right, and you are searching for the name Becodewala, so if Becodewala is in that paragraph, so how can we find it? So using include we can find it from the paragraph that our Becodewala word is present or not. And here is the or tag. So if any of this input will be in the user chat message, then what will be the output? So output will be the hello, nice to meet you. If the input includes how are you, then the output will be I am doing fine, thank you for asking. If ask your name, then the name will respond my name is Jarvis, I am chatbot. So similarly we can predefine some question and answer, and if our input doesn't match with the predefined these inputs, so what will happen? So we have a else condition, so output will be sorry I didn't understand, so please try something else. So now come for this displaying user message on the chat. So whenever the user will message, how it will be displayed? So for that we have created a function display user message, and we have passed message here. So in this we have created a variable let chat. So in this chat we have get the chat element from this HTML file. So in HTML file we have div with the class chat. So this div we have stored in our this chat class using the id chat in our JavaScript. Now we have created one more variable, and in this variable we have created a div element. So in HTML we use this div tag, so div element. So to create in HTML we have to create like this, right? So in JavaScript how we can create a div element? So for that we have used create element. You can see that the create element. So if any tag you are going to create for the HTML file in our JavaScript, so you can use create element to create a div, right? Then to add the class to our tag, so you can see that we have a div tag. In this we have a class, right? Class. So for that adding class we have a use class list. So class list, what class list we are going to add? Message. So our class name is message. Now we have added one more class user. Then we have created one more variable for the avatar. So that image of the user that is displaying that avatar. So for that we have created one more div, and in this div element we have passed the class avatar. Then one more variable for the user text. So whenever the user text, so for that text we have created a div, and that text we have added a class with the name text. Then whatever the user text will be there, that will be added to the message. So how we can change this using inner HTML to change the inner text? Then we have a user message, right? We have created a user message div. So in this div we have append, how to append one element to another element. So you have created the one element div, here div. So how to connect one div to another div? So using append child, and we have telling that whatever the this div, this use author div, right? We have created a div use author. So this use author div is treated as child. So append child we have written, and who is the parent? User message. So this user message div is the parent, and this is the child user avatar. So in this div, the user message div, in this the user avatar div will be displayed. So this is the child, this is the parent. So one more div, the user text div, we are going to attach to the user message div, and in this user text is treated as child. So now here one more variable we have created, chat. In this we have created this chat variable, and that chat variable is getting the element from this HTML file, right? So here it will store whatever the message and text and div we have created, that will be stored to this parent HTML element. So that chat dot append child. Now before these two are user avatar and user text are treated as child. Now both these two divs are attached to the user message, right? Now user message is treated as the child element to the this chat variable. So this chat variable is taking the element, this div element, from this HTML file. After that we have created the chat dot scroll top and is equal to chat dot scroll height, means according to the message width. So here in this we have yes, whenever the user is messaging, so this div will be is of the fixed size, right? But message will be increasing whenever the user will give some input and the bot will respond. So for that it will, if more than this divide, it will scroll on top, right? So similarly this is for our user message on the chat div. Now for the bot message on the chat div, how we can display? So similarly same thing we have used, just we have changed the name, display bot message, and there was the display user message, right? Then similarly we have created a div and we have created a class and add that class to the this div, and we have created one more div for the avatar and added a class avatar, then one more div and added the class text to that div, and then for the this bot text the inner HTML will be changed to that message whatever the user will message, and then the bot message is treated as parent, and bot avatar and bot text, both the this variable that have created this div element, that will be treated as the child, and this is treated as the parent, and then this bot message is here now treated as child and attached to the chat. So this chat is this div element, and whenever the response will come from the bot, that will be scroll on top when the bot message will be more height than this div element. Then we have created a send the user message and get the response from the bot. So how we will get the response from the bot? So we have created a function send message. So and whenever the user will input, that input value will be stored in this input variable. So first of all what we have done here, so here get element by id input, right? So whenever the this in HTML file the user will input, right, that input value will be taken into this variable input, right, that will be stored. and that if input is there, if it is not empty, so for that we have display the user message, and that input is passed to the chatbot, and that chatbot will respond to that message with the display message. So here output, right? So this output message will be displayed by the chatbot within the 1 second. So the set time is 1 second, and if the input value is empty, so it will not respond. Add a click event listener to the button, right? Whenever the user will message, so it should be sent to the see. So here click event we have added to this button. So whenever user will click, that message will be sent it in our chat div. So for that we have created a add event listener click, and the send message function will work. So it will send the message. Now we have created a key press event listener to the input. So whenever the user will press the enter button, that time also the message will be sent by the user. So for that enter button we have a key code 13. So whenever the user will press the enter button in his keyboard, that time the message will be sent to the this chatbot. So let's try hi. Then I will not press here. I will not press this icon. So I will just press enter button in my keyboard, and the message is sent. You can see that. So this is our project which I have built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So hope you guys like the video, subscribe the channel and don't forget to share with your friends. I will paste the source code of this project in our GitHub, and please give a star on our GitHub project. So thank you for watching. We'll meet in next video with a new amazing project, and don't forget to share with your friends this amazing tutorial. So thank you.